I guess how I got started, I mean, I always knew from a really young age. I mean, I must have been, I don't know, 5 or 6 years old. I knew I could look at something and draw it. I knew I could see perspectives. I didn't measure things or use perspective in terms of, you know, a dot here and lines going all over. I just could get it onto paper. I didn't really think much about it. And my parents, were both teachers and were extremely encouraging in terms of everywhere we went, every road trip we went on, because we didn't fly anywhere. Heidi always had a journal and always had a notepad and sketchbook. A sketchbook to sketch things and draw. And I would just draw and draw and draw and draw. And then I finally got my first set of paints. Now, they were a little expensive for my parents with 4 kids, 2 teachers, to buy a set of oil paints. So actually I had a teacher in 6th grade, I'm gonna get a little emotional talking about this, who gave me my first set of paints. And Mr. Brody, 6th grade. And he said, you have to have these. I'm giving them to you. Don't tell any other students that you got them from me. But I just want you to just paint. Just paint, paint, paint. And he taught me how to stretch my own canvases. They weren't always the best, but I mean, I did it with a nail and a hammer, and I would stretch my own canvases, and then I would prime them myself, and then I would wait for them to dry, and I could not wait. And I started with acrylics. One of my favorite artists, I first started just looking at her work and getting inspired by it, was Georgia O'Keeffe. I used to paint her big, huge flowers. Anyway. So then I eventually got a scholarship for college, an art scholarship, and that was it. I haven't really stopped since.